What you guys are looking at is footage off of the dark web of a dead gray alien that was found in 1992 all the way up north in Quebec, Canada. This is actual footage of a dead gray alien, okay? Now, these guys were snowmobiling all the way up in Quebec, Canada, and they had found this dead body all the way in the snow. Initially stumbling upon this dead body, they didn't know exactly what it was. They thought it might have been a child, a small human, whatever. So they used some line to literally like tape him up or get him standing up in a way so that they could video this. Now, this is crazy, guys. This is literally crazy stuff, because what this is a disembodied spirit of a demon, okay, that was put into a meat suit, okay, that they developed. This is why they do all these crazy things, like have cattle mutilations and all these crazy things are happening, and they take body parts from different animals because that's what they need. Look at this guy. This is an actual body that they caught, that they found all the way up in Canada. You can look at the guy's flashlight to see that this dates back all the way back to the 90s with what they were using then. You can also see that there's snow falling on the ground. That's what all those little white specks are. Look at this guy's body. This is a crazy photo that they got here of him strung up, hung up, suspended by this string that they put across a couple trees or whatever. Now, you can see that he's got injuries. He's got snow impacted into his nostrils. And a question I'd like to propose is, what do you guys think the black of their eyes are? Is this some type of lens that they use? Some type of covering that they put over the eyes to protect them so they can see or whatever? Or is it actually all black? Because they don't really have any whites in their eyes. There's no sclera in these things' eyes. And I think these guys that found this little guy was quite as shocked as everybody else that sees it. I mean, when you look at this, you can see there is no life in those eyes. This is not a mask. This is not something that was created. I mean, it was created. It was created in a biological lab underground somewhere. But, you know, it was created for the purpose of inhabiting a demon spirit into it. This is what's living under your guys' feet, okay? These are the things that are going to be coming up out of the ground that are going to give people heart attacks when they see it. This was found, again, like I said, in 1992. And only on the dark web can you find it. Look, we even got to blot out his little butthole over there. Look at that. I mean, this is crazy. I'm not trying to make light of this stuff, guys, and I keep showing it because this is important. These things exist. This is real. These things are happening. Look, you can see the snow. Those are not orbs. We're not going to sensationalize this. That is actually snow falling. Dead alien body found, demon body found, all the way up in Quebec, Canada. And, you know, this is the ending. We're in November now of 2024. And this was found in 1992. Now, there are little whites there that you saw briefly in his eyes. What do you guys think that is? Like I said, is it do they have like lenses over? Is that why their eyes are black? Or is it because they have a little bit of white in the corners? I don't know. I've never personally encountered one of these things, and nor do I ever want to. But this is definitely something that needs to be examined here, because this is real. This is real. They really found this guy, and all the way up in Canada. And this is insane. Look at this. We have to rip the Band-Aid off the lies that they have told us throughout history, okay? In the book of Enoch, it speaks of 12 portals across this earth, okay? Now, these are 12 major portals into this reality from what would be known as the bigger earth, the lands that exist outside of the firmament, okay? I propose that they do have technologies, and they have taught all the militaries across the world how to harness and use these technologies to get in and out of places that normally they would not be able to because of the firmament blocking going past certain areas, okay? Now, another thing is there are military institutions, DUMBs, deep underground military bases that are underground in all the areas of these portals that are spoken of in Enoch. The reason they have this is because the entire world's militaries are in collusion with the demonic realm. You guys need to realize that we are prepping up and getting ready for a war of Armageddon, where monsters are going to be coming on the scene and seen in everyday life, and people's hearts are going to fail them for what they see. They're going to be using blue beam technology to fake people out. There's going to be a fake rapture. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that is brought to you by these little guys here, okay? These are the things that are bringing all this to this earth. Is this something that you want to be subservient to? Do you want to be a slave to a damn demon? Or do you want to worship the Lord of creation, the God of the universe that wants to give you everything good in this life? When a disembodied spirit of a Nephilim inhabits a meat suit, it becomes mortal in the sense that we are mortal. If we put our fingers to the fire, we will get burned. If we fall out of a plane, we will die when we hit the ground, if not before. Same thing with these guys. When they are using their technologies that they have given to humankind and they're playing with their toys and things go bad, they die. The spirit lives on until it finally goes for judgment in the very end of time, when God will throw these things and all the foul creations and all those people that didn't want to be with the Most High into a lake of fire. Until then, we will be plagued on this earth by these types of things. They will be lying to humanity, they will be fooling mankind, and people will fall for it all the time. They have. Look at the outline body of this guy here. This is when they initially found him in the snow. They didn't know what it was. You could see, like, I don't know if he was wearing boots or there's some kind of necrotic tissue by his feet there. This is him now with snow and wounds all over his body. You can see the snow in his nostrils. You can see, I think they bandaged up his forehead there. Maybe that's just snow there. I'm not sure. But this is very interesting to see. One of these things, this is real. This is not out of a movie. This is not some fakery that was done somewhere. This was two guys on snowmobiles that found this thing in the snow. Now it exists on the dark web. And I am bringing it to you live in Technicolor here on YouTube. I encourage you guys to watch this now because I don't know how long this is going to stay up for. I pray it stays up forever because people need to see this. Now, what is this white that we're seeing in the corner of his eyes? Is that actual sclera? I mean, it shows to me that this thing is really dead, okay, because his eyes are just all over the place there. Now, the black there, like I said, is that a lens or some type of covering they put, like sunglasses? Or is this part of the biology of these things? I don't know. Maybe some of you out there know more than I do about this stuff, and I would encourage you to please leave a comment. Now look at the anatomical structures here, okay? This is real. They use parts of biology that we have as we function and live as human beings. These things have the same thing here, okay? You can see here in part of this thing's anatomy that this is the sternomastoid muscle, okay? That's what that is, a sternomastoid muscle that it comes off of the jaw, basically. And we have the same type of muscle and physiology in our bodies. I find this to be extremely amazing that this type of thing was found and caught, and you know, it boasts of the timeline that this was found in the early 90s, in 1992. And it's very, very interesting. And I thank God that He allowed me to come across this footage. And now that I am sharing it with you guys, this is like an actual real alien demonic autopsy here. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing, all right? And please pray over your gates, pray over your eye gates, because even though this thing is dead and it is demonic, okay? God forbid that any of you would have some type of ramification for looking at this. But I mean, this is just amazing. You could see here the physiology and the muscles here. This is a real, live, dead, biologic creature that was inhabited by a demonic entity. This stuff is insane. It is out there. You can find it. I pray to God that you guys never personally encounter anything like this in real life. In Jesus Christ's mighty name. You can see the black there. That's part of the necrosis process where the blood and everything settles. Now this thing here, this is a different footage of a known fake alien autopsy. This one here was supposed to be a real alien autopsy, but was later debunked. Now you can see back to the real one here. You cannot fake this muscle structure. This one here is the little guy that we were just looking at, okay? And they've x-rayed it, they've done all kinds of things, fluoroscopy testing and everything else, and man, this is crazy. This is happening. They are learning from these things. They are under the direction of these things, okay? Every single facet of society is in collusion at the highest level with the fallen, all right? You need to cling to Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You need to have the Holy Spirit enveloped in you and living in you so that things like this cannot harm you, fool you, or touch you in any way. I pray that the Most High God protect each and every one of you and that every blessing in life will become yours. In Jesus' name, we will see y'all on the next one. Ciao.